Hello students, Jai Shri Swaminarayan. My name is Milan Dolaria. In this video, we start our new exercise 8.1. In this exercise, we will use the concept of ratio. Okay, so just be ready, open your mind. Let's start it with question number 1. First of all, read this question. Find the following, and here we need to find the ratios. Okay, find the ratio of the following. Now first question is speed of a cycle 15 km per hour to the speed of a scooter 30 km per hour. Okay, speed of a cycle 15 km per hour to the speed of scooter 30 km per hour. Now first thing we need to check, it is unit. Our unit needs to be same. Okay, our unit needs to be same. So here we have same unit, kilometer per hour, kilometer per hour. So directly we can find the ratio. Okay, so here ratio is equal to 15 divided by 30. Now we need to simplify this. So 15 2s are 30. 1 by 2, it means 1 zam 2. 1 by 2, it means 1 zam 2. Okay, here kilometer per hour. So unit will be cut. So ratio is unitless quantity. We get the answer 1 zam 2. Okay. Now question number B. Here 5 meter to 10 kilometer. 5 meter to 10 kilometer. So here we have different unit. Here meter and here kilometer. So we need to convert the units. Okay, so here we need to convert the units. And for that we just try to convert big unit into small. Okay, we just try to convert big unit into small. Because if we change big unit to small unit, then we need to use multiplication process. But if we want to go from small unit to big unit, then we need to use the division process. Okay, multiplication is easy than the division. So we just try to use the multiplication process. That's why we are going from big unit to small. Now here in meter and kilometer, which unit is big? Kilometer, right? Kilometer is a big unit than meter. So just convert big into small. So just convert 10 kilometer into meter. So first of all, 10 kilometer is equal to here 10. Now 1 kilometer, that means 1000 meter. In place of kilometer, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So here multiply by 1000, so it becomes 10,000. Okay. Now unit is same, so we can find the ratio. So ratio 5 meter divided by 10,000 meter. Okay. Now we can simplify this. 5 2s are 10 and 3 more 0, that means 2000. So 1 divided by 2000. Nothing is remaining in numerator. So 1 divided by 2000. It means 1 zam 2000. Okay. It means here our ratio is 1 zam 2000. Okay. Now question C. 50 paisa to 5 rupees. 50 paisa to 5 rupees. So here even, so students, here even we have different unit. Here paisa and here rupees. So here even we have different unit, right? So our first work is to make the same unit. So here we have two unit paisa and rupees. In that rupees is big unit. Okay, so here we need to convert big unit into small unit. That means we try to convert rupees into paisa because rupees is big unit. So here we have 5 rupees. So 5 rupees is equal to, now first of all 5. Now 1 rupees is equal to 100 paisa. Right? 1 rupees is equals to 100 paisa. So in place of rupees, 100 paisa. So now 100 into 5, 500 paisa. Okay. Now we need to find the ratio. So ratio, numerator 50 paisa divided by, in place of 5 rupees, 500 paisa. So here 50 divided by 500. Okay. So 0 0 cut. We need to simplify it. So 5 into 10. Right. Nothing is remaining in numerator. So 1 divided by 10. So it means our ratio is 1:10. Okay. This division is represented in ratio by zam. 1:10. Okay. So question number 1 is over. So here, if we want to find the ratio, then what we need to do? Okay, we just need to make the same unit. Okay, so our first work is to make the same unit, and for that we just try to convert big unit into small unit. Okay, after that we can find the ratio by using the division process, and at last we also need to write in the zam, that means 1:10. Okay, now let's move forward. Question number 2. Convert the following ratios into percentage. Convert the following ratios to percentages. So here we need to convert this given ratio into percentages, right? So how we can convert this ratio into percentages? So here write down the percentages of 3/4 is equal to. Now how we can find the percentage? So first of all, write down this ratio 3/4, and we need to multiply with 100. Okay, we need to multiply ratio with 100, so it will be converted into percentages. Okay, percentages, that means we need to compare with 100, right? So here 3/4, it means what? 3/4, it means what? Out of 4, 3. 3/4, it means what? Out of 4, 3. So out of 4, 3. So out of 100, how many? Okay, so 100 multiply 3, and this number we need to divide. So divide by 4. So it means that our ratio 3/4 multiply 100. So alternately, we make one format for this. It is, we need to multiply a ratio with 100, so it will be converted into percentages. Okay, exactly percentages, that means comparison with 100. So here 3/4 multiply 100. Students, now we can simplify this, right? 25 4s are 100. So this 4 cut. Now 25 into 3, 75. So 75 percentages. Okay, 75 percentage. Now second internal question, 2/3. So here even we need to follow the same process. So percentages of 2/3 is equal to. So first of all, we need to write this ratio 2/3. Now we need to multiply this ratio by 100. So here, now here we cannot simplify this. Okay, we cannot divide 100 by 10, and we cannot divide 2/3. So here we cannot simplify it. So in numerator, 100 multiply 2, 200. Okay, in numerator 100 multiply 2. So it is 200, right? 100 into 2, 200 divided by 3. So our answer, just put it as it is. Okay, percentage. So 200 by 3 percentages. Okay, we can also divide this number, and we can also write in decimal numbers if we want to write. This is even right. If you write 200 by 3 percentage, then your answer is right. But we can also convert it to decimal point, otherwise mixed fraction. Okay, so 3 6 are 18. Again 0, 3 6 are 18. So 66.6666 continue. So we stop up to the 2 decimal points. So 67. So 66.67 percentages. Okay, we can also write 200 by 3 percentage. Otherwise, if we convert it into the decimal number, then 66.67 percentages. So in this way, we can convert ratio into percentage by multiplying with 100. Okay. Now, students, let's move forward. Question number 3. 72 percentage of 25 students are good in maths. How many are not good in maths? Okay, 72 percentage of 25 students are good in maths. How many are not good in maths? So students, here we have two ways to solve this question. Okay, first way it is, now 72 percentage of 25. If we simplify this line, 72 percentage of 25. So by simplifying this, we can get the number of students who are good in maths. Okay, from that we can find the number of students who are good in maths. After that we can subtract it from 25. Okay, जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स मैथमेटिक्स में अच्छे हैं उनको हम 25 में से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देंगे, तो बाकी जो बचेंगे वो कैसे होंगे, who are not good in maths. Okay, this is first way. Now second way, 72 percentage are good. So alternately 28 percentage are not good. Right? Total percentage कितना होता है 100. So out of 100, if 72 percentage are good in maths, so remaining 28 percentage are not good in maths. So after that we can simplify it, 28 percentage of 25. So from that even we can find how many students are not good in maths. Okay, here we are using the second way. Okay, here we are using the second way. Okay, number of students who are good in maths, that is given to you 72 percentage. Okay, so here number of students who are not good in maths. So for that what we need to do? Okay, for that what we need to do? We need to subtract this 72 from 100. So 100 minus 72, 28 percentage. Okay, total percentage 100 होते हैं, उसमें से 72 मैथ्स में अच्छे हैं, तो बाकी के 28 जो है वो अच्छे नहीं है. Okay, so here we get the answer in percentage. Okay, here we get the answer in percentage. That means 28 percentage students are not good in maths. Now we need to find the exact number. Okay, this answer it is in percentage, but we need to find the exact answer. How many students? So for that we need to convert this percentage into actual quantity. Okay, we need to convert this percentage into actual number. Okay, so again, number of students who are not good in maths is equal to, now how many percentage we get? 28 percentage, right? 28 percentage of, now total students 25. Okay, so 25 जो स्टूडेंट है उसमें से 28 percentage गुड नहीं है. Okay, so 28 percentage of total numbers. So total number is given to you 25. Okay, so number of students who are not good in maths, 28 percentage of total students 25. Now convert this percentage into actual number. So for that, now percentage means what? We need to divide with 100. Okay, percentage means what? We need to divide with 100. So 28 by 100. Now of that means multiply 25. Okay, percentage means divide by 100, of means multiply 25. Now simplify this. So 25 4s are 100, and we can also simplify 4 7s are 28. So our final answer is 7 students. So here 7 students are not good in maths. Okay, here we are using the second way. First of all, 72% are not good in maths. Sorry, good in maths. So alternately 28% are not good in maths. So 28% of total students 25. Okay, so simplify this. Percentage means divide 100, of means multiply. 25 for the 100, 4 7 is 28. So total 7 students. Okay. If you want to use the first way, then what we need to do? So here we need to write number of students who are good in maths is equals to 72% of 25. So 72 divided by 100, of means multiply 25. Again 25 for the 100. Now 72 divided by 4. 72 divided by 4, it is 18, right? 18 for the 72. So you will get the answer 18 students. Okay, so 18 students are good in maths. So from that you can find the number of students who are not good in maths. 25 minus 18, 7. In that way even you can solve this question. Okay. So students, if you have any doubt in these questions, please write down in comment section. I will give you the answer. Thank you.